Looking to throw here and shake off that previous INT. Taking a deep shot there on first down. Okay, no luck connecting. It's incomplete.
You hear defensive coaches preach this all the time about not giving up the big play. Keep everything in front of you. They're going to need to stay vigilant because he's definitely a receiver who can take the lid off of a defense.
2nd and 10 now. Brought in by Ayuk. And he's out of bounds, just a step short of the 40. It's a gain of 12 there. And it brings up a San Francisco first down.
That's just great instincts. Go air it out on 2nd down rather than just play conservative and run it. They hit a weak point in the coverage and don't need to worry about 3rd down at all.
Lance. Nabs along that sideline. Samuel. And he's out of bounds after getting across the 45. They'll get 18 yards there. And that's a 49er first down. Here's Lance now. And finds Ayuk, complete. And he gets leveled just before he reaches the marker, and that hit prevents a first down.
That is the epitome of staying on schedule. That kind of completion right there on 1st down. Well, it opens up the entirety of the playbook for 2nd down. In the 3rd and short in your back pocket, you can get even more aggressive and take that shot.
2nd and 1. Firing one deep for the end zone. They connect on the deep shot. And guys, man, that's a San Francisco touchdown. The 49ers grow their lead just before halftime. And that is his 3rd touchdown catch. Certainly enough to call this a very good game for him. And we're still in the opening half, so what else might he accomplish before we're done here? PAT up and good for Moody. And the 49ers take a 3-possession lead. Out to kick it away. Here's Moody. And that one bounces through the end zone for a touchback. First and 10 now from the 30. Purdy throwing here. Setting up the screen. And this one gets to the 33-yard line before it's stopped.
Every once in a while, it's fine to be conservative on 1st down, especially when you get enough to stay on schedule and get a little something coming out of it, too.
Second down now, 7 to go. From the gun is Purdy. Gets this to Johnson. And he'll get it up to the 44. Now we're going to get an offensive timeout. So that's their first. They'll have 2 left to work with before halftime.
I know the Combine tries to test everything it possibly can physically, but I don't know how you test courage at the Combine because there's nobody defending you. Nobody wants to hit you. But that was the epitome of courage to make that in cut and make the catch.
Setting up the running back screen. And they get this down to the 44 before he stopped. Pickup of 12 on that play. And that's good for a Buccaneer first down.
At that down and distance, this group was pretty confident a screen would get them enough yards for the first, and it did. And so long as it keeps working like that, I bet you it'll be a go-to play for them when they need it the next time.
Purdy on first down. And that's incomplete, and it also stops the clock with just 5 seconds left.
Boy, offenses that connect in this intermediate zone are so effective. Getting a completion in that area, it not just sparks your offense, but it just turns that aggressive meter way up. They just couldn't quite find the connection.
So they send him out for a field goal, and they don't get much longer than this. It's a deep shot for him from that left hash. Online, but not enough juice. It's no good short. And this stays a 3-possession game.
Hey, listen, I know kickers are arguably better today than they've ever been in the history of football. But anything from 60-plus is still awfully ambitious. And that time, it didn't pan out.
This will not connect. Not enough leg and too far left as well. So that's the halfway point of this edition of the NFL on EA Sports. Brock and I will be back right after this. Back from the break, I'm Kate Scott, joined by Brock Heward, and we are just moments away from the beginning of our second half. The Bucs get lined up, and they will kick this away. Return coming from the 6. And this return gets to the 30 before he's stopped. They're out and set, 1st and 10.
Rocco 80. Rocco switch. Rocco go. Check go.
Here's the lone back on the handoff. And he found some running room for a nice gain. It's an 8-yard pickup, and they're going to have 2nd and 2 next.
8 yards on the pickup. Brings up 2nd and 2.
Here we go. Set. Cougar 19.
Short pass brought in. And he's going to get this up to the 45 before he's brought down. All right, all set up now. 1st and 10.
Set. 1st and 10 at the 45-yard line.
70 Lion. 60 Maverick. 60 Maverick. 18 Rattler. 18 Rattler.
To the air, lands. He beams one deep right side. That's grabbed inside the 30. And they're going to take this in for the San Francisco touchdown. The 49ers grow the lead coming out of halftime. As he naps another touchdown, Brock, I got to ask you, the former QB, is this a point where all the other guys who haven't scored or only have one touchdown today are coming over you saying, bro, why aren't you looking for me? Throw me the football.
They may be saying it, but it's a little more of a look, Kate. Like, really? I mean, can I eat too? Do I get an opportunity to sit at the table? But when you got the rapport these two have right now and the confidence and the timing, boy, you look him up every chance you get.
Moody knocks that extra point through. And the 49ers make it a 24-point ball game. Out to kick it away. Here's Moody. And he wasn't chancing a return there, putting it out of the back of the end zone for a touchback.
Okay, ready.
1st and 10 now from the 30. They send one of the tight ends in motion right.
Go.
Pretty throwing here on 1st. And he's there to send that one away, incomplete. He was looking Xavier Legette's way there. And it sets up 2nd down.
You know, I don't fault that look at all, Kate, downfield. It was just an excellent defensive play to deny him the ball and knock it away. That is good on good.
Couldn't connect on first. It's second down. Handoff now out of the gun. And he'll go down after fighting his way to the 32. Only 2 yards on the play, and it brings up 3rd and 8.
Okay, that's a run that's ho-hum on the stat sheet, but if you see a bigger play on the ground later on, it'll largely be because of a play just like that one, softening up the front and opening the door for a bigger gap in the future.
A less than ideal 3rd and 8 here. We get a timeout here taken by the 49ers. That's going to be their first. As that'll leave them with just 2 to use the rest of the way. It's 3rd and 8. Need to get a chunk here. Working out of the gun, it's Purdy. On the move, headed right. He's running for it. And he's tackled for a short gain.
You know, Kate, they always say that QB clock, you know what it's more like? It's more like an alarm, especially in a situation like that. And it's a good thing you woke up to it, able to make something out of nothing and at least keep them moving forward.
The Buccaneers out and into punt formation. Fair catch called for and made just outside the 20. So no return on that punt. And they'll get ready to go on offense. And the drive will start out with a 1st and 10.
19 tight, 19, Panther 11, Panther 11.
Here's Lance. Escapes. Oh, he was on the move, but so was the defense, and they take him down. And the big play drives them backwards. 2nd down coming up.
Wow, it has been such a good day offensively for the guys up front. That's actually the first sack by this defense. And now comes the real question mark. Will it lead to more, or will this offense learn a lesson and get back to the rhythm they've been in protecting?
Into the hands of Kittle. And he'll go down after pushing this up to the 29.
Quarterbacks will look for their tight end short in just about any situation. They take away the deeper options. Well, there's their consistent source of positive yardage, the trusty tight end.
Let's go now.
All plays on the table here for 3rd and 3.
Dragon 60.
Out of the gun, they'll look to throw. Couldn't connect right side. It's incomplete.
I think if you look up in phase in the defensive encyclopedia, that is a picture-perfect form of it. He was all over him in coverage, really forcing the incompletion.
Punter takes the field on 4th down, and he sends this one flying. Fields this clean at the 30. And a big hit on the return to stop it cold. It's a 54-yard punt that time. And the Buccaneers will get set to go on offense. 1st down, ball at the 36. They'll send their tight end right. 1st down throw by Purdy. Well, the pressure nearly got to him, but still a good play defensively as that one falls incomplete.
Well, the pressure, boy, that sped that whole play up, and it opened up a wide range of outcomes. A hurried throw almost ended up an interception. And that wasn't until after they almost brought him down behind the line for a sack.
No dice on that prior pass. Here's 2nd down. Purdy looking to throw. And the tackle's made just beyond midfield at the 48. The end result there, 15 yards and a 1st.
You know these teams, they track every step of their players. Many of them wear GPS units in their uniform. to track how much mileage. I don't care what the stat sheet said and how long that gain was. That dude ran a long way, all the way across the field, but it paid dividends.
1st and 10, ball set up at the 48.
Hawk 70.
They'll run it from the gun. And he'll bowl his way ahead for a 4-yard pickup.
Well, I'll steal a line from one of my buddies, but I'm going to quote him. Mark Schlereth, 2-time Super Bowl winner, says if you want to run the ball, you got to keep running the ball. And that's a perfect example of it. Don't get tired. Don't get mad at gaining 4 yards. It's a run that can set up even more in the run game.
2nd and 6 coming up here.
Here we go.
Play action now with Purdy. Oh no, they get him yet again! Trevin Wallace has it! And the 49ers get the football as he makes his 3rd interception of this season.
There's some serious self-scouting going on right now. What is this quarterback not seeing that has led to these 3 interceptions in just this game? And then overall, what is this offense doing that has this defense clued in coverage-wise to every route combination they're trying to throw?
The 49ers find themselves in a great spot to start this drive. 1st and 10 coming up. The running back gets it on the draw. And he sneaks this through the middle, maybe a gain of 2.
Well, that's what I'm talking about. That's the kind of reaction time you want when you face a draw play. They broke on it shortly after the draw started, and they contained it to a minimal gain.
8 yards to go. Let's see how they approach this 2nd down.
Here we go. Set.
Back-to-back carries here. And once again, he doesn't manage much before getting brought down. A couple yards on the run. It's 3rd and 6 now. Back to throw, it's Lance. And there's a man there, it's intercepted. Picked off by Nate Hobbs. And the Buccaneers get the football as he makes his 3rd interception of this season. Well, Brock, if you like defense, you are loving what you're seeing right now. Consecutive drives that have ended in interceptions. It's become a real defensive battle.
Well, let's see here, Kate. We got 1, we got 2. Do I hear a 3rd interception in a row? I'll tell you this right now. These defenders, they are squashing that thought. The defenders are offensive guys with bad hands because they're making it happen, taking the ball away.
And he breaks even, but that's it. Brought down at that line of scrimmage. Nick Bosa makes the stop. 2nd and 10. Need to get some positive yardage here. From the gun, they're going to hand it off. And he gets absolutely popped to end that one. 7 yards on the carry. Now they've got 3rd and 3.
Well, that doesn't net a 1st down. You get yards like that in the run game, you will take it in the NFL.
All plays on the table here for 3rd and 3. Shotgun snap for Purdy. This ball's cut by Palmer. And he'll pick up enough to move the chains.
That's what we call situational football. You spend all week working on your nickel passing game package to take advantage of 3rd downs just like that.
First and 10 from a yard shy of midfield. Here's a give up the middle. And they're able to grind him to a halt after a pickup of 4.
You know, this is an offense that will emphasize the ground game at different points of each and every contest. And as long as they can reliably get gains like this, it's not going to change anytime soon.
2nd and 6 coming up here. Putting one of the tight ends in motion right. 2nd and 6 now. Cut out left. And they're going to bring him down at the 36. Give him an even 10 yards on the play. And that's good enough for a Tampa 1st down.
I'm sure coach and play caller doesn't mind making the job a little bit easier. You know, play calling's a lot simpler and easier when you count on the offense to move the chains on those early downs.
Purdy setting up that play action. Catch is made down the right sideline. And they finally bring him down, but that is... Offense set for a 1st and 10.
19, Tiger. Let's go. Go.
Here's the handoff. And he drives this forward to the 6. A nice 6-yard pickup. They're going to have 2nd and 4. They give it to him again. And that's a huge hit there, but he's still able to power through enough for a 1st and goal.
Well, looky here. You don't even have to worry now about a 3rd down call as that run moves the sticks. Now that call you had ready, though, you can recycle it. Save it for later for that next 3rd down call.
And he gets in. Touchdown. The Buccaneers pick it off and get points on the ensuing drive. Brock Purdy with the touchdown on a quarterback sneak to the end zone. So the Buccaneers keeping their offense on the field. 2-point attempt coming up. They'll try it on the ground. And he's in for 2, so don't write him off just yet. I know the chances are slim, but still a small one in this 2-possession game. The Bucs get lined up, and they will kick this away. McAllister now to return. They'll have decent field position to begin with here, Brock. He's tackled just beyond that 30-yard line.
On the jump.
They've got 1st down from the 31.
Here we go, Shaq.
Looking to throw here and shake off that previous INT. He intercepts it. That is exactly what they needed. Picked off by Nakobe Dean. And the Buccaneers have some new life in the 4th.
You know, Kate, once you've thrown a couple picks, it's easy to become check down Charlie. All right, just throw it underneath and not take any more risk because you don't want to throw what he just did, his 3rd interception of the game. It's time to protect the football at all costs. And if not, well, that backup better get ready.
Halfway to the marker, it's 2nd and 5. From the 28. Hits his running back. And they catch up to him, but not until he's got a huge gain and a 1st down. Working inside the red zone. Avoids the sack. And that play is brought to a halt, they're going to say, at the 5-yard line.
Tick, 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 tick. You know, his internal clock right there told him it was time to escape, and good thing he listened to it. He was able to make something out of nothing and at least move them forward.
And he gets leveled just before he reaches the marker, and that hit prevents a 1st down.
Well, you haven't given up the goal line yet, but this offense is moving closer and closer. Now might be the time defensively to get a little more aggressive, try to stick them with the loss, and make a difficult 4th down decision.
And he's brought down for a loss.
If only this defense could look like that on every play, Kate. They were angry, motivated, focused, and they took that anger out on him and this offense, forcing a 4th down.
Three plays haven't gotten it done. Now a 4th to try to reach that end zone. Back to the well again. And he pushed for it, but they managed to stop him at the 2. And he will not get there. They stop him on 4th and goal. What a stand to force that turnover on downs. Offense ready to begin this drive. 1st and 10.
Let's go now. Hey,
won't get anything there. Several defenders nearby to hold him up. No progress on first down, and that'll bring up 2nd and 10. Another carry for him. And a massive hit at the end of that play. Oh, baby. But he hangs on through it. Still able to get that first down.
This offense will take that from their ground game every time. But I know, because I've been around this league a long time, runs like that, they're really hard to come by. It takes everybody. And maybe a little breakdown there on defense, too, to take advantage of.
Rocco 80. Unlock Ryan. Unlock Ryan.
Going to the ground again on first. And he found some running room for a nice gain. Give him 9 yards. He almost moved the chains there. It's going to be 2nd and 1.
That does not show up on any explosive stat sheet, but let me tell you, Kate, that's the real deal right there. You run for that kind of yardage consistently in the NFL, you do set yourself up for success.
Cougar 19.
Fakes the handoff, now to throw. Kittle brings it in. And he's brought down after a nice gain and a first down.
When you see play action, do all you can to get your eyes to the tight end, because that's their bread and butter. That play action gives him time off the line, helps chip a rusher, or even helps sell that fake. And then when he releases, he gets out, he gets some leverage. He gets to that edge before the defender can cover him.
Here's a handoff up the gut. And that carry only nets one on the plunge up the gut. We've reached the 2-minute warning in Santa Clara. 49ers ready to pick up their 8th win of the season. They'll come to the line here, 2nd and 9.
No.
Putting a receiver in motion. Blown back to the backfield, and they give it to him. And once again, he doesn't manage much before getting brought down. A gain of about 3, so a third of what they needed. 3rd and 6 coming up.
You make that call to just give yourself a fighting chance on 3rd down, Kate. Take at least a little bite out of the big meal between them and the first down marker. And that should make this upcoming call a little less daunting.
And they'll let the clock run all the way down and expire. Man in motion wasn't set in time, just couldn't get a snap away before the play clock expired. Penalty not helping their cause for this 3rd down. Now it's Lance. That finds Ayuk complete. And the tackle's made just beyond midfield at the 48. That play gains 15 and it moves the sticks.
From a great throw to a nice route and catch to moving the chains, there wasn't a whole lot not to like about that amazing play.
They take a knee, and that's going to force that defense to burn a timeout if they want to save any clock here.
They could stop the clock now if they choose. In the final moments of the game, every second counts. If you're going to call a timeout, you want to be right next to that official to signal it in just as that knee goes down.
So the 49ers take the win here in front of the faithful in Santa Clara. And the sting of losing such a close one the week before apparently still at the forefront of their minds. They got out there and rebounded nicely with a win this week. Well, that'll do it for us, for Brock Heward and our entire hard-working crew. I'm Kate Scott. This has been the NFL on EA Sports. It's a win for the 49ers, as we'll see you next time from Santa Clara.